Okay. So in the last meeting, HOD sir has told us to do revision, and some of you have given what we have to revise. So let us see what you people have sent us. Sri Vishnu told he wanted second module with the second part of the module. Okay, Manish is here.
Yes, ma'am.
Manish is here. Yes, Manish. I think this inheritance. Uh, Let me open the syllabus. Okay. So the inheritance comes in which chapter? Okay, second module only. Okay, fine. So I'll cover that also. So as Manish told, inheritance, even the same thing I think, even Sri Vishnu and Manish same part. Raman is here. Raman is here.
Yes, ma'am.
Raman, I'm not finding this in my Java thing. That is basic concept, structures of form, frames, text markup, box model, selection in CSS, element and access. I'm not finding in the Java syllabus. Is it for
Sorry,
some
ma'am,
other?
I entered little bit wrong, ma'am. I entered
Yeah,
it from HTML, ma'am. Sorry, ma'am.
yeah, that's what I was finding. Where is this content? Because I don't have in my Java. How come this? Okay, no problem. So I'll.
I just entered Java in the Java there and HTML here. Sorry, ma'am. Sorry.
Okay, it's okay. So then, what is your doubt? You want me to change something? Okay. Okay. Next one, Mohit. Mohit is here. Mohit. Mohit is here.
Yes, ma'am.
Control statements. Huh? Control
Uh-huh.
statements and string handling. Mohit, your background? Your degree was? What was your degree?
BCA, ma'am. BCA.
BC ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಿಂಗ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ರಿವಿಷನ್ ಬೇಕಾ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್
Yes, ma'am.
ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್
Brushing up.
Okay, fine. Rupak, so alternative array declaration syntax, assigning arrays,
Yes, ma'am.
references. Okay. Shadab want
Yes, ma'am.
variable argument, new this final keyword using super in inheritance. Okay, most of you are saying about second module. Okay, how about lab? So not to worry lab now, because in the lab section we'll be covering all this. So Sri Vishnu has told third and fourth program. Sri Vishnu is here. Sri Vishnu is here.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, you told the second and third program, right? Third and
Yeah,
fourth
ma'am.
program.
Yeah,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay, Raman has told about inheritance. So then Mohit has told recap of all the programs. When you come back to offline, no, Mohit, definitely I'll do all the recaps of all the program. Let me complete one set, one time all the execution of your program. Then I'll come back again. Okay. So this was your.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, this was your mail sent by your HOD. So which chapter do you want me to cover now? Second module or first module? Most of you have told about second module only, inheritance, second module. Most of you have told the second module. So it is better to go with the second module. How about others? Everyone is okay with this? Starting with second module revision? Second module revision is okay for you people?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. If you have any doubts at the same point, you can stop me and ask me. And even repeatedly, I told you even in the last classes, what is your syllabus. So then I can assume that you people are not listening for the classes, because whenever I have ended the class, I told you how many modules are there for your internals. Did I not say? Anyone? Can anyone come speak out? How many modules did I say for your internals?
2 modules, ma'am.
Yes.
Two.
So how about others? Even in the meeting, you were saying I have not told. So it is not right. I have told you even in when you are attending online classes. Okay, Fine, it is not a problem. So now we start with the second module. So what the second module says to us, it is just brief, moving on to what we have covered in the first module. So what are the methods, classes? So how the access is controlled with the class member. So Java provides a number of access specifiers. So access specifiers means what? So I should give permission to you to enter my cabin or not. So whether we should allow now for you people to come to college or not. So if we allow you, when should we allow you? At what times we have to allow you? What are the things we have to check you before you come to the college? So we check with the temperature and we give sanitizer in the entrance of the college. All these we take. Similar fashion, even in Java, even not only in Java, in any other languages, any programming languages, we restrict our method, variables, classes. We give some restriction. So that is what is called as a access controlling. So what do we mean by access controlling? Should I give access or not? Okay. So now in the same way, even in your mobile also, what you do is maybe sometime if you go for working, you may forward your calls to your some friend. So then what you're doing, whether you're giving permission or not, yes, you're giving a permission. So that type, what we do here is called as access specifiers. So Java provides a number of access modifiers to set access level for classes, variables, methods, and constructor. The 4 access levels are visible to the package. What we see, first one is no modifier. So we, in general, so visible to the packages, we have something called as a default. So for anything, we will be having a default. So next is private. Private means I give only permission to my friend. I don't want to give for whole class. So now suppose if I say Raman is a friend of Rupak. So Raman will give only permission to Rupak, not his whole class. So then we call it as a private. So in the same way, public. So Raman is friend for everyone, whole 50, whole 60 people. Then he want everyone to see. He send his programs, what he has executed in the WhatsApp to all. So then what it is? That is public. Then protected. So Raman, let us assume that Raman is staying in the room, and in his room there are 4 friends of same second semester students. Then he permit only for his roommates. So then we call it as a protected. So this is what is called as giving a control to the classes. So first one is default, next one is private, next is public and protected. So first we see about a default access modifier. So what is this default access modifier? No keyword. We don't have any keyword for a default access modifier. So default access modifier means we do not explicitly declare any access modifier for a class, field, method, etc. A variable or a method declared without any access control modifier is available to any other class in the same package. The field in the inheritance are implicitly public, static, final, and the method in the interface are by default public. So the other day, I think Lakshmi has told, so she gave the difference for interfaces. So definitely we have the default as a public. Same way for inheritance also, we have a implicit things where we say this default, this is default. Sometimes you can see the default, if we don't say it may be integer. Sometimes if we don't say, some things will be like private. So something like that, that is what is called as a default. And here we don't have any keyword. So the example for the default, so the variable and method can be declared without any modifier, as in the following example. That is string version 1.5.1. So we give here the version as a data, and here we give 1.5.1. So Boolean process order, then return true. So that's what here we call it as a Boolean and process order. Next, we have a private access modifier. So one more access modifier, private. So nowadays what we are doing, we are not allowing anyone to our houses, and even we are not preferable to go to the other houses because we don't know whether they are affected with they are affected with the COVID-19 or not. So then it is very difficult. So we are not allowing anyone inside, and we also don't want to go to anybody's house. So why? So it is privacy. We want it to be private so that the disease should not spread to our home or should not spread to anyone. So that is what is called as a private. So let me see, someone has given some chat. No, so then what is this? Okay, sorry.
Ma'am, chat window is disabled, ma'am.
Chat window is disabled. How come?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, HOD did it last time.
Call message. Is it so? Maybe it is taking too much time. Space. Every time you send, it is coming. Now you send. Can anyone send? Yeah, it is coming. Yeah. Yeah. See, we have already started coming to college. So at least you people are sitting and you are safe. But still we are in a dilemma saying that whether it should not affect to us also. Yes. So that is what is called as a private. So private means we don't want everyone to give permission. So in that case, we can use a private. So private can be used even for a method, for function, for variable declaration also we can give, or for constructors also you can say. So we can, if we don't want further inheritance, then we can give a private. That are all declared private, can only be accessed within a declared class itself. So when do we say, if I say private means what? That's what. Private means only class, only home people, whoever are there, maybe your parents, you and your sister, brother. So only that is what is called as a private within your home. So the same way here, what we do within a class, wherever I take, within that class, I will be restricting. That is what is called as a private. So private access modifier is the most restrictive access level. So what is this private access modifier? It is a restricting, too much restriction. So that's what here. Sometimes you'll be scolding. Your parents will be saying, don't go out, don't go out. But you people, because you are bored, you will say, I'll go here only to the park and come. So then what do you feel? You feel it is very restricted. But still the parents say, good for you only. But you people will not understand. Yes, that is what is called as a private. So in the same way, class and interface cannot be private. So what again important thing they say, which one should not be private? Class should not be private and interface should not be private. Okay, so the variable that are declared private can be accessed outside the class if the public getter method are present in the class. So I'll just explain in next of the slides. It says if you have private variable and if you have a public method, then you can access that in your other class. So that's what here this meaning says to us. Using a private modifier, if the main way that can object encapsulate itself and hides data from outside world. So let us take one small example. So here what we are doing. So public class logger, private string format, public string get format, return this dot format. So you can see what is a class access specifier we have given. We have given public. Means what? The logger can be used by anybody. Okay. So again within a class we have a variable called as a format. What data type it is? It is string. And what is the access specifier for format? It is private. Means within this class only this you are restricting the format. If I come out of this class, then this format cannot be used. Okay. So now come back to a method. So that is the name of the method is get format and the
Ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, can you share the screen?
Oh, it is not shared. Sorry. And you should have told me, right? So almost there is. You have to remind us. Sometimes what we see, okay, we have shared. We will be thinking like that. We have already shared. Okay, but still we would have not shared. Okay, fine. So we have just started with what is class access modifier, that is public, private, and protected, and no default. And we have seen what is default and what is private. So then we have started with small program. So in this program, so what we are seeing, we have taken a class which is public, one variable called as a private, and get format, again this is a public. So then set format, this is also a method, this is also public. That's what public string get format, return this dot format, public void get format, string format, this dot format equals to format. That's what is how the access specifier is. So then here the format variable for logger class is private. So there is no way for other classes to retrieve or set its value directly. That's what here, because in this program, the format is a private. So to make this variable available to the outside world, we define two public methods, get format and a set format. So you can see here, so get format and a set format. So in this, if I want to use this format a variable, then using a method, I can use this private variable. So that's what here get format, because this is a public, I can use this using a get format, I can indirectly use a format. So in the same way, set format also, this is also a variable where we have used, and this shows us what is a current one. So that's what here these two methods give us. Next one is a public. So public means what? It can be accessed by anybody. So let us come back to the syntax. So class audio player. So the syntax for that, protected. Sorry, I think I have missed public. Okay, so public means what? Everyone can use it. So the syntax for that is, so public static void main, string and arguments. So we know that the main method of any application to be public. So always you would have seen, so this is a main method where the execution of the program starts, and this always should be a public. So that is one thing we have to remember. Otherwise it could not be called by a Java interpreter or at a runtime. So this is about a public. So next one is protected access modifier. So variable, method, constructor, which are declared protected in a superclass, can be accessed only by a subclass in other package or in any other class within the package of protected class member. The protected access modifier cannot be applied to class and interface. Method and field can be declared protected. However, methods and field in the interface cannot be declared protected. So protected access gives the subclasses a chance to use the helper method or variable while preventing a non-related access for trying to use of it. So that's what here, the next one was protected. So this is one small example where audio player is a class. In that, open speaker is a method, and open speaker is being given with the access specifier as a protected. So in the same way, class streaming audio player extends audio player. So what it is, audio player is a base class, streaming audio player is a derived class. It is similar like your inheritance, where the audio class is being used in a streaming audio player. So then this open speaker, this is a method which is inherited by a base class, and here we can do a implementation part. So that's what is a two classes, that is a base and a derived class. So then same way, how do we do this access controls in the inheritance? So we have just seen what are the access controls available. So that is Java access modifiers. What are the Java access modifiers? We know default, private, public, and protected. So what are non-access modifiers? What are the non-access modifiers? So we have a non-access modifier, that is static. So what do we mean by static? Static modifier for creating a class method and variable. When can we use a static? Whenever I want to create a class or whenever a method and a variable. So then final modifier for finalizing the implementation of a class, method, and variable. So that is what is called as a final. So the final modifier for finalizing the implementation of a class, method, and variable. The abstract, so the abstract modifier for creating abstract class and a method. So then synchronized and a volatile modifier which are used for a threads. So this is how these are all a non-access modifiers. That is static, final, abstract, synchronized, and volatile. So then what are the access levels and how they are, how you can access the level. So that is what are the different modifiers we have: public, private, protected, and a default, that is no modifier. So if it is a class, so it can be a class can have a public access modifier. So then package can have a public access specifier. Subclass can also, yes, it is allowed public. So public is allowed for everything. Okay. So in the same way, protected can be allowed for all, but not for the real world. So in the same way, no word modifier. So it is default modifier is there for class and a package, not for the subclass and the world. So in the same way, private, for private only for the class it is there, whereas for package, subclass, and world it is not there. That's what here the explanation of the each column, what the first data column is doing, what is the second data column is doing, what is the third data column is doing. You can just go through this, it will be clear for you what are these doing. Okay, next, passing in objects to the method. So how to pass a object to the method? So here this is a method, that is rectangle. So but here if I say it is a method, but I should call it as a constructor, because the class name is a rectangle. And in this rectangle, what is the access modifier for the rectangle? It is a public. What is a variables declared in this rectangle? It is length and width. So then that is a data type is double and the private. So private, you have to remember the length and width are declared as a private data modifier. Okay, now come back to a method, that is a constructor. So why do we call it as a constructor? Because it is the same name as the class. So that's what rectangle. So then length and a width. So then public rectangle. So the difference between this constructor and this constructor without passing any parameters, whereas in this constructor we are passing two parameters, that is length and width. So that is L length, W width. So then public void set length, that is double L. So length equals to L. So in the same way, public void set width double W, that is width. So you can see these are the two constructors. These are the two just ordinary methods. So in this ordinary methods, so we have told is set length. So length is being initialized. So the same way, set width. So it is initialized as width. Someone has given a message there. No. Then why I am able to have heard some voice? Okay. Okay. That is set length and set width. So the same way, public void set double L double W, and here one more method called as a set, where both length and width are being initialized. So then one more, get length, where we are passing a length, get width, we are passing a width, and get area, calculating length into width and returning that to a get area. So then if we want to calculate perimeter, so 2 into length plus width, so that will give us a perimeter of a rectangle. So these are different functions, methods used in the program called as a rectangle. And you can see how the variables are. So initially we have told length and width as private, and two constructors, one with no parameters, one with two parameters, and two methods were setting, we are passing a length and width, and here both the variables, that is length. And you can see all these are a public. All the methods we have declared it as a public. Only the variables we have told it as a private. And here, same way here, public, public, public. So all the methods are public. And here get length, get width, calculating the area, calculating the perimeter. And after just creating all this, this is one class. Now in this class, we don't have a main method. So we don't have a main method, and we have not created any objects. So to do that, we should have a main method. So that's what here, passing an object. So and the main method we require. So that's what here, main method. And create an object called RECT. and for a class called as a rect, and we have passed parameters at 10 and 20, and get what is the value of length, what is the value of width, what is the value of area. So that's what here initially. So in this, what we are passing, so we have passed 10 and 20. So 10 will be passed to length, 20 will be passed to width, and area will be 200. So the same way, change rectangle. So now we are changing the value of it. So that's what here's print 30 and width 5, then area is 150. So then that's what here we have changed the value, that is rectangle, that is 30 comma 5. So that's what here length will be 30 and width will be 5. Calculating the area, 30 into 5 is 150. So that's how here this program works. You can see here this length and width, though we have initialized here as private, but we are able to access them. How we are able to access them? Through the methods, and how we are passing an object, how to pass a values to the objects. Yes. So here we have created an object.rect and we are passing a values 10 and 20 to the object. This is one thing. And here also we are passing changing the value of this 10, 20 to 30 and 5. So that's how here we have just done with the both the things. First display them, change the value and display them. Okay. So next, parameter and arguments. So here, so how many parameters we can pass for any method? Any number of parameters we can pass. So that's what here in this program we have just passed only string. So what is this? Class is main, and what is the method? My method. What is the, what did we pass? We have just passed the first name. So first name and print. So that's what here, passing a string, that is a first name to the method, my method, and passed here all these three, Limna, Jenny and Anjana are the three first names passed to the object or passed to the method, my method. Yes. So then output will be all these first names along with that. Here what is there in the println statement. So this also will be printed. Okay, next. This is just a logic for this. So how to implement that? So the same thing here it is implemented. So in case if I want to pass more number of parameters, in this program we have just passed only one parameter. So if I passed different parameters, so now I want to pass even the first name as well as age of the person. So then we can pass, yes. So you can see here, first name is of data type string and I want age of data type integer. And I want to pass these two parameters to a method called as a my method. So that's what here's my method. So Limna and the age of the person is 5. So in the same way, one more time we are passing the parameters, but multiple, means two parameters we are passing. My method, what is the name of the first name and what is the age. Same way here, one more time we are passing. So here what we have done, multiple parameters. This is string and this is an integer. The implementation of the code of the particular thing. So here you can see this is the output. After executing only I have pasted here. Okay, so then returning objects from the method. So how to return returning object? So how to return it? So here in this case you can see the value is of type 20 private, and so this value is passed to the constructor with the variable I. So I we have taken in the constructor and I is passed to the value, whereas the value is of what access specifier private. And one more time we have taken a constructor sample, but this time what we have done, we have made it as a twice. So multiply what the value we have into 2 and return that, storing that in a temp and returning back that to a temporary. So this temporary will be the twice of the value of I. So then display that value. So this is one class and one more class where we have a main method. So that is a main method. Create an object called as obj, pass a value 10 and pass this, and in the object 2 we are just displaying it. So what is there in object 1? So we are calling object 2 dot object 1 dot make twice. So you can see here, this is called. So this object 2 make a twice is called. So object 1, using object 1, we have created object 1, and using that object 1, whatever the values are there, that double and pass that to object 2 and show what is that double. So that's what you can see here. What is the value we have? We have just passed. What is the value we have passed? You can see we have passed only 10. Whereas in this value, 10 into 20, 10 into 2. So what is 10 into 2? 20. So that we have passed here, and the value is displayed here. That is value equals to 20. So that's how here we have passed the object, passed the variable to the object. So next we start with method overloading. So what is this method overloading? Method overloading, multiple methods can have the same name with different parameters. So what is method overloading? Method overloading is the method which is having same name but with different maybe one parameter or two parameters or n number of parameters, but with different data types and different return values. Yes. So in this example, you can see my method, my method, my method. But in the first my method, what is the return value? Integer. And what is the parameter we have passed? We have passed one parameter. And what is the data type? Int. The same way next method, what is the data type? Float. The same x is passed. And my method, which is a method where double is being used, double x and double y. That's what here my method is being used, x and y. So that's what here method overloading. So consider the following, where we have two methods that are add numbers of different types. So here we are taking plus method is one method where we are adding x plus y of which type? Integer data type, int x and int y. We are just adding a x and y, which type? Integer type. Same way I want to add even a double also. So double also we want to add. So for that we have used one more method called as a method double. So this method is for an integer, this method is for a double. So now this are the two methods, and now creating a main method. So that's a main method. So in this for a integer, what are the values we are passing? 8 and 5. So 8 plus 5 will be our answer for a my num1. So the same way 4.3 comma 6.26 will be addition of these two will be there in my number. So how do we implement this? So that's what here, this is how the implementation of that logic of the methods. So where we have just used two methods and a class and a method. So adding 8 plus 5 is 13. So that's what here integer will be 13. So then 4.3 plus 6.26 will give us 10.559. So that's what here my number 2 will be doing. So next we move on to a constructor overloading. So just now we have seen what is a constructor. So constructor, it is the same name as the class. So that's what here student 5. So is one which is having a same name as the class. So in that student 5, so what they have taken. So they have taken it as a integer ID, and they have taken name of the student. So name of the student, age of a student. Here what are the three variables what we have taken? So ID, your USN, similar like your USN, your name and your age. So these three parameters we are passing where we are using in a student 5, and we are creating a constructor 5. Here we are just passing only 2. So 2 variables are passed, that is I and a string. So in the same way, ID and the name. So one more constructor where we are passing all the three, that is ID, string and age. So that's what ID, name and the age. So then display, so that's what is ID, name and the age. So that's what here public static void main. So and we have passed two parameters, that is ID and the name of a student, and ID Next time we are passing for this constructor, you can see we have taken two constructor, one constructor with only 2 parameters, another constructor with 3 parameters. And these 3 parameters will be passed for this object and 2 parameters will be passed for this object. That is S1 and S2 are the 2 objects. For S1 we are passing 2 objects, for S2 we are passing 3 objects. And we want to display them. That is S1.display, S2.display. So that's what here S1.display, S2.display we are displaying. So that's what here the student, these are the 2 methods, student 5 and student 5. This constructor we have used 2 parameters and this constructor we have used 3 parameters and display. So that's what here display and display has been passed. Okay, so then what is the difference between the constructor and the methods in Java? So there are many differences between constructors and method. They are given below, that is Java constructor and a Java method. So what is a Java constructor? Constructor, why do we use a constructor? Constructor is used to initialize the statements of the Java. Why do we use a constructor? To initialize the objects in the constructor. So we have then method is used to expose the behavior of an object. A constructor must not have a return type. A method must have a return type. The constructor is invoked implicitly. The method is invoked explicitly. The Java compiler provides a default constructor if you don't have any constructor in the class. The constructor name must be same as a class name, which we know. But what is the methods are doing? Method must have a return type. Method is invoked explicitly. Method is not provided by the compiler in any case. The method name may or may not have the same as the class name. That's what here the same differences has been given. What is a constructor? Used for initializing an object. What is a method? Expose the behavior of an object. So what is a constructor? Must not have a return type, whereas a method will have a return type. So constructor is invoked implicitly, whereas method is invoked explicitly. So then Java compiler provides a default constructor if you don't initialize it, if you don't have anything. So then method is not provided by any compiler in any case. So then the constructor name must be same as the class name. So the method name can be same or may not be same. So then recursion, you people have not given any revision. So I'll just skip this and go back to your inheritance. So this one was asked by some of you. So what is this variable length argument? So who was that? Asked me about variable length argument. Sadab is here?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Sadab. So how much is your name? What is the size of how many characters you have in your name? How many characters are there in your name?
13.
13. Okay. How about Mohit? Just how much is there in Mohit? First, you have to say me. 6, right? So Mohit is having 6 characters in his name. Sadab is having full name of Sadab Ansari is having 13. So now how do we decide? But this both are names only, right? Sadab Ansari is also name, Mohit is also name, and Sri Vishnu. So again, he is having some other size. So in that case, if I fix it to 5, is it okay? If I say my character in the first name should be only 5 letters. So can I say like that? 5 characters? Can I say like that? It becomes difficult. Then I cannot store your complete names, right? So in that case, how you have your in your C language, there is a union. So difference between structure and union. Whereas both are same, but in union, what we do, whichever is having a length, maximum length of the variable, that will be saved in the union, right? Whereas in the structure, combining all. So the same way here, why do we use a variable length argument is a method with a variable length argument in Java have 0 or more multiple arguments. I may pass single, I may pass 2, I may pass 3. So the variable length argument are most useful when the number of arguments to be passed to the method is not known beforehand. So that's what here. I don't know what is the size taken for Mohit, characters taken for Mohit. I don't know what is the character taken for Sadab. So then you can go for a variable length argument. So they also reduce the code as overloaded methods are not required. So let us take one small example. And I think it's time up. Sorry, I have meeting now here. I'll just stop here. Don't worry, tomorrow morning I will continue with the same thing. So before that, can you just give me your names? How should I take? Okay, first let me stop presenting. Okay. Attendance also, I'll take it tomorrow. How many of you are there? 54. 54 minus 1. Leaving me, it is 53. So 53 people are there. So who are absent? Dakshayani, you're here?
Oh, yes, ma'am, I'm there. I'll just check 2 minutes.
Yeah. Can you just give me who are all absent and just
Ma'am,
message
then
me?
I'll submit tomorrow, ma'am. Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah, because morning first hour I have class. You just remind me. In case if I forget today's class, you remind me tomorrow. I'll take it in the attendance itself. Okay.
Oh, yes, sure, ma'am. I'll do it.
3 absent, right? How many are absent? Only 53 are present.
Yes, ma'am.
Today's date is 21. 6/20/20. Okay. And one more hour I'll not be able to take because I have some other